unemployment rising. Americans are looking for a necessary change in these tumultuous times.
Citizens growing angry as they face a collapsing economy. A new party is arising as a substitute.
The storm is coming. You better make sure your house is nice and locked up, tight. Your house is as in your spirit, which is in your body. Make sure you're prayed up. Make sure your faith is strong as before. And Yahweh Shem Yahshua, this is no time to be double-minded. All right, this is no time to be weary, lacking in faith. This is no time to be that way. Let me share a scripture with you before I go. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, the 41st chapter. Again, you got to make sure you stay prayed up, man. Scripture speak about men ought to always pray and not to faint. This is the book of Isaiah 41:8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called thee from the chief men thereof, that's us, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. We are the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed. Now, what's about to happen on the planet Earth? If you don't have this knowledge of truth, you will be dismayed. You'll be going out of your mind. But see, we have the advantage because we understand the prophecies. We understand that it is the Heavenly Father on the left-hand side doing this. So we're not going to be dismayed. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. And that's what these scriptures do. This understanding, it strengthens us. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. There you go. Who's that? That's Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is going to uphold us, man. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. That's our enemies. Beginning with the top Bankett family. They would like to see us totally destroyed. Okay? They shall be as nothing. See? And they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them and shall not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee, they declared martial law, are they not? There you go. They that war against thee shall be as nothing and as a thing of naught. For I, the Lord thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. How is he going to help us? Let's read. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. So the Heavenly Father will give us spiritual power. No doubt about that. We're going to need it. Thou shalt crush the mountains and beat them small, shall make the hills as chaff. In other words, we're going to conquer our enemies. All right, simply put. So there you go, man.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being an example to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutations to hopefully they got there pushing the word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to be a body. Shalom to hopefully the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, and what I want to get into today, what tonight, all right, is getting into the power of propaganda. There's just been, the spirit been heavy on their word, on their topic. And as we're seeing, prophecy unfold, All right, we have to understand that Esau, Edom, he's using his media, to control a narrative in his favor, okay, that favors his agenda, all right, because he owns all these media outlets, all right, outright, okay. These media outlets, all right, is property of the elites, okay. These are nothing but entities of the elites. A lot of the, the news anchors, reporters, are actors, okay, low-level witches and warlocks, all right, and they stick, all right, to the same script, all right, for the agenda and the propaganda for the powers to be, okay, and this is why the scripture referred to Esau, Edom, as the father of lies, all right, and we're seeing these things play out. So let's lay a foundation with some precepts, and then I want to get, I got 2 videos I want to play, and it's gonna go into it. And it's important to understand these things, especially in this time, because it is a war of information. All right. And Esau, Edom has the masses, enchanted by all these psyops, okay, and all this propaganda that he's constantly, all right, shoveling down their throats, man. Okay. We're going to show you, we're going to see the power of propaganda and how that relates to us and our persecution as well. Okay. Now, when you read Revelation, all right, this is why you have to understand prophecy. One thing about prophecy is dictating, okay, people's role, all right, in the planet Earth. Prophecy dictates what we're going to see, all right, by certain people and what they're going to be doing. Okay, no one is operating outside the prophecy. So when you go here to Revelation 20:7, it says that when the 1,000 years are expired, and those 1,000 years are speaking of what they call the Dark Ages or the Middle Ages, all right, when pretty much with Jake, was ruling as those different, monarchies, in Europe, okay, in Russia, okay, the Iberian Peninsula, Spain, Portugal, the Moors, that time of Jake, was in, all right, in rulership, the nobilities of the earth at the time, okay, and Esau was pushed out to what you call the Caucasus Mountains. He was pushed to the outskirts, okay, and that's where you get that term Caucasian, all right. Now, when you keep reading, it says Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and Satan is Esau, Edom, all right, Shaitan, okay. He's the adversary of righteousness. He rules the earth in complete adversary to the righteousness that the Lord set up. All right. And he's working, as the scriptures say, he comes in the energy of Satan, Shaitan. Okay. He's the spiritual children of Satan in the earth, man. All right. And his number one and one of his main, all right, his foundation, okay, of rulership is based in deception and lies. And that's why you read verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth. Yeah, so he was prophesied to go and deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth, which is the world. Okay, and this man has cast heavy deception, okay, in the earth, man. Okay, especially when he got when he mastered the television, man, the TV programming. Okay. That's been his main source of deception, all right, over this last century, man, is this TV. Okay? But he will come, all right, he'll be loose from their prison, where he wasn't allowed to rule. He wasn't in the physical prison. He was just locked up. He was just shut up from being in power. Okay? He wasn't able to, he wasn't allowed to be in a position of power. Okay? But now, after 1,000 years, as you go into, what they call the Renaissance. Okay, that's when these devils, start getting in positions of power. Taking down certain strongholds of Jake. The Byzantine Empire fell. In 1453. All right, the Moorish Empire fell. Granada fell 1492. Okay. Then you have those Spanish conquistadors pretty much going, exploring what they call the New World. All right, conquering, taking Jake down. Okay, and it's led to what we see today. All right, but even when those Spanish conquistadors went forth, what did they bring? They brought there plantation Christianity, man. All right, which is a major form of deception in the earth. Okay, but beyond Christianity, just in this man's media, okay, this man has deceived this society, okay, on a whole nother level. We're going to get it. All right. So reading verse 8 again, it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, which he has done and is doing, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, okay, which is Russia. So this pretty much is speaking of how he will come into power, you know, through the sword, through deception, and how he will go out of power, all right, which is going to be through sword, all right, and war, all right, which is going to be spearheaded by Russia. And we seeing everything that we're seeing, all right, is leading, okay, to this war. All this propaganda and psyops and deception that he's pushing is going to lead to this third world war, okay, where Russia plays a major part in the destruction of America, man. It says to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is the sand of the sea. All right. And this is why Yahweh Shai describes this man as being the father of lies, man. You know, there was a major insult, you know, when he referred to Jake, you know, as being like their father, the devil, man. Okay, let's get there. This is St. John 8 and 43, and this was a leadership of our people that was sold out to the Roman government, and Yahweh Shai, all right, that was Edom, Rome. So Yahweh Shai was comparing Jakes to Edomites, man, how they was moving in deception. Okay, this is John 8 and 43. It says, why do you not understand my speech? And this is Yahweh Shai speaking. Even because you cannot hear my word, you are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. And we're going to see this, man. There's no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Okay? This man is the father of lie. Yahweh Shai was calling Edomites devils, man. You know, Jake, man, y'all always on the. We don't just call the so-called white the devil because we're some disgruntled, you know, black man who want a raise at work. You know, we you know, we want a $2 raise at work, so we just decide to pick up the Bible, call him the devil. No, this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Yahweh Shai called this man the devil. He was comparing Jake that was wicked, that was in leadership. Okay, comparing them to Edom, Rome. Okay, so Yahweh Shai was calling them
Strong's G1228. Diabolos. Diabolos.
All right, Diabolos. All right, or Diablos. Okay, it said prone to slander, accusing falsely. Okay, false accuser, slanderer. All right, and we're going to see, all right, these false accusers and slanders in a minute. Okay, it says apply to a man who by opposing the cause of the Most High may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. And this is Esau Edom. Okay, he's against everything that the Lord has set up in righteousness. He's against. All right, but he makes it seem as if he's for your good. Okay, while he's doing wickedness, man. All right, and we're going to get into these things, man. Okay, well, just to set that foundation, and we're going to see the power of propaganda. Like I said, we're going to tie it into how it relates, you know, to us, man. You know, now I want to get this video here. Let me cue this up. All right, this just happened. All right, now listen to this. All right, listen to this, and it's going to show you the power of propaganda. You know, so I'm gonna let it play, okay, and we'll expound on it afterwards. You know, brothers, you know, post precepts. You know, do what y'all do best. Y'all know what to do. You know, yep.
we have a tragic story to bring to you today. A 71-year-old Illinois man has been charged with a hate crime after he fatally stabbed a 6-year-old boy and seriously injured the boy's mother. Both are Palestinian American. Per the county sheriff's office in Illinois, the mother and son were targeted because they are Muslim.
According to reports, police were dispatched to the victim's residence after receiving a call about a stabbing between a landlord and tenant. Upon arrival, they discovered Joseph Kuzba, the alleged suspect, stabbing that he had stabbed the boy 26 times and also the mother over a dozen times. President Biden posted on X, formerly Twitter, Sunday night on the gruesome stabbing, saying that he and First Lady Jill Biden are sickened by them, writing further, "This act of hate against a Palestinian Muslim family has no place in America." The Anti-Defamation League also denounced the killing, saying they're horrified and disgusted. Writing on X, they categorically reject all anti-Muslim hate.
So according to text messages, a parent reportedly sent to the father of the boy by the mother from the hospital and that were shared with the press, the landlord had been angry with what he had been seeing on the news and knocked on their door. And when the mother opened, he tried to choke her and then proceeded to attack her with a knife, yelling, quote, "You Muslims must die." And then when she ran into the bathroom to call 911, she came out to find out that the 6-year-old had been stabbed to death. She texted the father. It all happened in seconds. That was reported out by CARE. This is...
You see that? Okay. The power of propaganda, man. I'm gonna rewind it back, and it's gonna show you why he did what he did. Let's listen to why he did what he did. Let me play it back.
And when the mother opened, he tried to choke her and then proceeded to attack her with a knife.
Categorically reject all anti-Muslim hate.
So according to text messages, a parent reportedly sent to the father of the boy by the mother from the hospital and that were shared with the press, the landlord had been angry with what he had been seeing on the news and knocked on their door. And when the mother opened, he tried to choke her and then proceeded to attack her with a knife, yelling, quote, "You Muslims must die." And then when she ran into the bathroom to call 911, she came out to find out that the 6-year-old had been stabbed to death. She texted the father. It all happened in seconds. That was reported out by CARE. This is a horrific instance, and I think it's obviously raised questions. I think that have happened since the beginning of this crisis, which is, at what point is there an effort to dehumanize Muslims and Palestinians specifically in a way that justifies Israel's, at this point, disproportionate reaction to the horrible killings last Saturday of Israelis by Hamas?
So this man, felt the need to act, all right, and kill Palestinians based on what he was seeing on the news. Remember, people didn't know what Hamas was in September. This is something new to them. The power of propaganda is heavy, man. It don't take long for this man. Let's get that definition for propaganda of the Baba Kashaf. Hey, we're gonna keep going into it because we gotta drive these things home. If you wanna, see something new and cute, all right, go watch Vince Carter top 50 dunks. But over, basically a week. I think this happened on the 7th. The attack happened on the 7th. Today, the 16th. So in 9 days, look how this man, Esau Edom, is able to manipulate the minds of the masses through propaganda, man. Okay? To the point where people feel they need to act. Okay? And it's just based off this man's propaganda. All right? So we have to understand, pretty soon, we're going to be the target of this man's propaganda. Okay? We're going to be the target of propaganda, and this is why Yahweh Shah, was saying what he was saying, giving us warning. Okay? This the brother Yahweh, the Hopeful Lake 3, it says, information, this is the definition of propaganda. Information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. Okay? And we know all the this information, this misleading information, It's coming from up top, from Esau, Edom, man. The elites, man. Amalek, the devil that the Bible speaks of, the father of lies. Okay, and this man is able to sway the masses to think, all right, the way he wants them to think. Okay, so let's go here. Let's get some precepts, and this, let's say, this is why Yahweh Shai, was letting us know. Okay, this is why and these things should make more sense as we understand this devil. We understand, how things work. Now Yahweh Shai teachings. Okay, there's a lot of things in the scriptures, especially in the gospel, that should make more sense. Okay, let's go to St. John 16. All right. There's St. John 16:33 said, "These things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." So Yahweh Shai knew, the difficulties that we was going to face, within this society. Okay, and he knew that us, all right, teaching him will put us in a position to be hated. Okay? And this is why he was letting us know these things. But guess what? We're going to be good. Through it all, we're going to be good. That's a part of the test, man. That's a part, the rite of passage, man, is to go through these things, man. Okay? Now, this is Luke. Even unto death. All right. Now, Yahweh Shai, what is he speaking about? He speaks about, the war. Matter of fact, I'll start there. So these are the times we're in. Yahweh Shai was giving us all the game. Okay? And that was just an example of the power of propaganda. But pretty soon we're going to be that target. Okay? We're going to be the Hamas. They'll take that sound by the way I just said and link that with Hamas, man. They're going to do things like that, man. Okay? But they're going to replace us with the current, boogeyman, and we're going to be that boogeyman. All right? This is Luke 21:10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. We're seeing this. Okay, well, we talked about earlier how, different nations are reacting to what's going on, the little conflict. Okay, Hezbollah, is rumors that they want to get in. You got Iran saying that, if they invade the Gaza Strip and stay there, longer than 2 days, they was going to get in. This is nation against nation. And all these nations have allies, man. Okay? This is what we're seeing. It says, in great earthquakes, all right, shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs, all right, shall there be from heaven. And we're seeing these things. Earthquakes everywhere. Food prices going up. Starvation is increasing in the earth. Okay? There's always, some type of scare, of a pestilence, but pretty soon it's going to be, some major, okay? Fearful sights, and then it said, great signs shall there be from heaven. We just seen the moon eclipse, and they had the ring of fire around it, man. All these things are happening. All right? It said, but before all these, all right, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Okay? And when he pushed this propaganda, this is going to be a lot for some believers, man. Okay? Even unto death. All right? But some, all right, but the majority is, hey, the Lord going to do a miracle, man. He going to work a miracle. Okay? But that's why we have the understanding to death. And see, as we understand, especially in Yahweh Shai, there is no death, man. Okay? And Yahweh Shai is a believer, there is no death, man. All right? They're just, all right, accolade to the legacy, man. It says, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. Sell it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. Okay? So we're going to be on spotlight. It's going to be certain brothers that's going to be on spotlight, man. C-SPAN, CNN, you know. But guess what? Guess what? All right. So Yahweh Shai is giving us the game for what's to come. It said, "For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death," man. Okay, this is all Yahweh Shai. Hey, he giving it, he putting it all out there, man. This is what it is. It ain't no fine print with the gospel, man. Everything is out there, man. The betrayal, you know, he gonna give us a mouth of wisdom, okay? That's gonna confound these devils, man. You know, some brothers gonna have you know, a live testimony, man. Might be live on Fox, you know, ain't no telling, you know, Fox News. You see, and the spirit gonna be on whoever in their position, okay, to confound these devils, man. Okay. And then what is it? You're gonna be betrayed. Okay, that's coming. All this is part of the game. This is why scripture tell us to be dispassionate, man, not to be emotional in these times, man. Okay, especially someone that's not, you know, of the faith. You know they gonna fall. Okay, verse 17, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. And what's going to cause this? Okay, we seen in 9 days that this man, you know, has the whole Western world hating Hamas. Okay, niggas didn't know Hamas 10 days ago, man. Okay, the mother was at the LSU game. Okay, the you know, the Mississippi State game. Niggas weren't talking. Hey, these people in the West weren't talking about no Hamas. Okay, their biggest conversation was Coach Prime. Now, all right, you see that they got this deep hatred for Hamas in 9 days, man. So imagine when he pushes the propaganda towards us, man. We're the target of the propaganda, you know. Well, Yahweh Shai gave us the game and said, "But there shall not an hair on your head perish." So there's going to be some that not a hair on their head going to perish through all this propaganda, you know, being snatched up, you know, being brought before, you know, these different senators and, you know, whoever, all right, to testify, man. Presidents, prime ministers, or whatever, man. Okay, you're going to have some of those, you know, that hey, they're going to be those martyrs. And some of those, not a head on their head going to perish, man. But either way, we good. Okay? It says, in your patience, possess ye your souls, man. So whether we die, all right, for the sake of Yahweh Shai, or we live, okay, guess what? It's still glory. Okay? So the power of propaganda that we're seeing is heavy at work, man. Okay? The propaganda machine is wide open. Okay, it's on full turn. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, we'll get a few of these. Yep, that's the brother Yahweh the Hopeful Elect 3, Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, which is in his mind. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. This is the devil. This is how he gets down, man. Okay, he's crafty. You know, I talk smooth, but he's always up, all right, to some type of mischief, man. Okay, and he presents himself on camera as if he's just this great humanitarian. He's all about trying to do what's right. You know, he's all about justice and, you know, for righteousness' sake. Okay, he's a hero. He's a victim. All right, the hero and the villain, man. You know, this is the book of Isaiah 29:21 from the brother Corner Wap, GMS Prayer, always hopeful elect. It says, they make a man an offender for a word and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Yeah, and he's going to, you know, he's going to misconstrue our words. He's going to use sound bites. He's going to make a highlight. And he's going to go hard with the propaganda. Okay, he's going to make a highlight tape of our worst moments, us saying particular things that, he can put it together. And, this is a very hypocritical society. Okay, and the message of the Bible, all right, is harsh. Okay, so he's going to be able to play on that, use sensationalism. Okay, for brothers can get their word, sensationalism as well. We'll put that up there. All right. It's another from the brother Cornwall, GMS prayer, always hope for elect. It says, yeah, and all they that will live godly in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach shall suffer persecution. Yeah, because this is a wicked society. Okay, and the devil, okay, he has the authority, okay, the power to deceive the masses, man. Just like the brother said, this hopeful elect 3. Proverbs 14:15 said, the simple believeth every word. Yeah. And it's a lot of people simple as hell, and they're believing everything that they're seeing. Okay. People just walking around the earth, regurgitating CNN, regurgitating what they heard. They don't have a clue. Okay. People can't spell Hamas. All right. They don't know where Palestine is. They don't know none of these things, but they hate them. Okay. Why? Because they're being instructed. They're being enchanted. Okay. It says, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. And that's why we're looking into these things, man. Okay. That's why we go into these things, man. So we can understand this is the devil that we're dealing with, man. This is how this man gets down. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that. And then we'll go to the next video. All right. But the next video is really going to go into it, man. All right, and we have to understand that a lot of the way the society is, this current society, is based off propaganda. So let's go here real quick. Yep, the water, brother. All right, it's the brother Yaquab, the hopeful elect 3. Sensationalism. It says a widespread reaction of interest and excitement. Okay, a widespread reaction of interest and excitement. So they're going to use, these certain clips that's going to cause, a widespread reaction. Okay, it's going to be crazy to see how people react. Because it's going to be us. Because we can imagine how, other people, this man has used in propaganda, like Omar Gaddafi, over there in Libya, Saddam Hussein, all these different men, I can imagine, how they felt when they were seeing these things. It's like, goddamn, but that's the power of the media. It's going to be like, damn, and people are going to believe it. Okay, and we're going to be the worst thing going. Okay, we got to be mindful. So let's go here real quick to the book of Psalm, the book of Psalms. All right, 64. All right, which we always get into these things. All right, because the propaganda starts up top. All right, this Psalm 64 and 1. It says, "Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." And this is the elite Amalek. Okay, they have these secret counsels, all right, and push forth all this, all right, propaganda and deception in the world. Okay, it says, "Who whet their tongue like a sword." Their sword is like their tongue, their words are like a weapon, because they didn't have to physically do anything. And guess what? The little 6-year-old Muslim boy, he's out of here. Okay, just by what they have spoken, they speak death into existence, man. Their tongue is like a sword. All right, then where he died with what? A knife or stabbing? Based off what was said on their agenda, because the media is nothing but the mouthpiece of the elites. Just like as the prophets are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, or the media is the mouthpiece of the elites, man. Okay? It says, "And bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Okay? This propaganda, man. All right? That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. All right? So you get this word shoot in the Hebrew. I want to say, is it, this one might be the other one. This one is Yerah. Yep, Yerah in the Hebrew. Now I want to go here. All right. It says to direct, to teach, or instruct. Okay. And what does this propaganda do? It directs. Okay. It teaches and instructs. Because see, the only information that people have about Hamas, the only teachings that they have is what on the media. They're burning babies. They cutting women heads off. Okay. They're being taught that by what? Okay. They're being instructed and directed on how to feel based by the media. And he did this with everything. Okay. Women's liberation. That was all propaganda. Okay. Well, he instructed and directed women on how to move. Okay. The street culture. Okay. These rappers are directing and teaching you and instructing you on how to move based on what? All right, a format of the elites. That's why you have certain rappers that come out and say, "Look, we can't rap about nothing positive, man." They Meek Mill, what he said, they pay them extra. The more degenerate they are, the more they get paid. Everything that this society is based on is propaganda, man, an illusion, and that's why you go here. All right, we get the video. We go here. This is 2 Corinthians 4, and this should make more sense now. 2 Corinthians 4:3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Okay, because here it is, we're spreading the good news. Okay, the gospel. Okay, of a righteous kingdom to come, but the majority of our people, they're lost. Okay, and who has them lost? In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. Okay. You see, Jake would rather be a street nigga, okay, than the king and the priest. Okay. Why? Because they've been instructed by all this propaganda and psyops. Okay. He would rather be an Instagram model. Okay. a little harlot than to be what? A wife of a king. Okay. So they have no desire for the good news because they're blinded by the gods of this world, man. They've been instructed. The Most High has given them over to be destructed. Least the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. Okay? So unless the Lord allows, someone to be, all right, set free from their darkness and come into the light of this gospel, okay, they're going to be blinded until their destruction, man. All right, so let's go from there. Now I want to get this. Now this video is long. I'm not going to play all of it. All right, I got to finish watching it myself, but this has been very informative so far. I'm going to for sure finish watching it. But sometimes. All right, and I'm gonna just I'm pretty much let this one play. So it's informative. We'll play a good portion of it. Well, look, a piece of say it's pretty long. I'm putting in the link. I would advise you brothers, you sisters that are interested in things like this, to watch. They just put us up on game on the devil, man. But just watch, man. Just listen to how it goes down, man. All right. And the name of the video is Governments and Media Roles and War Propaganda, the War You Don't See. All right. And it's by John Pilger It's a John Pilger documentary. Okay? So you don't let it ride, man. You know? Lord will, it's informative, you know?
This was the slaughter known as the First World War. 16 millions died and 21 million were wounded. At the height of the carnage, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, David Lloyd George, had a private chat with the editor of The Guardian, C.P. Scott. If people really knew the truth, said the Prime Minister, the war would be stopped tomorrow. But of course they don't know and can't know. The British public were desperate for real news. More than half the nation flocked to see an official propaganda film, The Battle of the Somme. Cameras were so unusual that young troops would shout, "Hello, Mum," as they marched to the front, and they were heard crying.
Business owners, we can get you approved for an equipment loan in as little as 24 hours.
For their mothers as they died on the battlefield. This was almost never reported. These days we have 24-hour news. The sound bites never stop, and the wars never stop. Iraq, Afghanistan, Palestine. This film is about the war you don't see. Drawing on my own experience as a war correspondent, it will look mainly at television, concentrating on the most popular channels in America and Britain. The film will ask, what is the role of the media in rapacious wars like Iraq and Afghanistan? Why do many journalists beat the drums of war, regardless of the lies of governments? And how are the crimes of war reported and justified when they're our crimes? A pioneer of modern propaganda was this man, Edward Bernays. Bernays invented the term public relations. He wrote, "The intelligent manipulation of the masses is an invisible government which is the true ruling power in our country." He was part of a secretive group called the U.S. Committee on Public Information, set up in 1917 to persuade reluctant Americans to join the war in Europe.
Edward Bernays and Walter Lippmann go to Woodrow Wilson and say, look, man, if you're going to enter into this war, we are going to need to sell this war to the American people. And so Wilson institutes and creates the first modern propaganda machinery. It was actually quite brilliant in its conceptualization, so that the best way to persuade people is to grab them by their emotions, by their unconscious and instinctual urges. Let's not bother with pumping out facts. Let's scare the hell out of people. A picture of the Statue of Liberty in tatters, crumbled into the New York harbor with German planes flying around it. A picture of the world being gobbled up by the bloody hands of a gorilla wearing a German helmet. So, it's not about facts anymore. The facts don't matter.
For Edward Bernays, public relations was like a war on people, on bending their will. He persuaded women to smoke at a time when smoking in public was not considered ladylike. He convinced a group of debutantes to parade along Fifth Avenue, holding up Lucky Strike cigarettes as symbols of women's liberation. To his delight, the press called all these torches of freedom.
What he was interested in doing was creating an association between a product, in this case cigarettes, and the desire for women's liberation. It worked in the sense that it got lots of news coverage. It worked in the sense that women started smoking publicly, and in fact, smoking became a symbol of the new woman, of the emancipated woman.
saw you held my heart aglow between your fingertips.
Iraq, March the 20th, 2003. The creation of illusions and the selling of war had come a long way since Edward Bernays. The selling of this invasion depended on the news media to promote a series of illusions, like the link between Saddam Hussein and 9/11.
The vision of the World War I poster of the Statue of Liberty in a shambles in New York Harbor is not that different from the image of the World Trade Center, a burning symbol that sort of entered into the stock footage of people's dreams. So immediately you have these associations between the image of the World Trade Center and Saddam Hussein and Iraq.
But Saddam Hussein had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Saddam Hussein had nothing to do with it, but that didn't matter, because when you start using symbols that have been separated from their meaning and have sort of taken on a life of their own, the facts don't matter anymore.
This is the Pentagon, which spends almost $1 billion a year just on advertising, recruiting, propaganda, the selling of war.
There are Pentagon contracts with news organizations in terms of how to manipulate the news. There are Pentagon officials involved in press releases that go to the media in which intelligence is used to manipulate public opinion, which is a violation of the charter of any intelligence organization. Then you have retired generals who serve as press spokesmen for all the networks, and it's never revealed which military industrial firms they work for.
Central to this is the co-opting and spinning of a media regarded as the freest in the world.
Showdown Iraq. If America goes to war, turn to MSNBC and the experts.
If we journalists, including myself, had right from the get-go, from the opening pop, had started asking the kind of tough, digging, aggressive questions we should have been asking, and doing our reporting, rather than just being kind of stenographers, go to a briefing, have an official say something, print it in the paper next day. If we had done our job, I do think a
All right, we should be good. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Whoever left. And we should be back. Con, water. Yep. So yeah, he hit me with a copyright while I was playing that video. But you know, that's why, hey, it got a lot of information on it. It got some heat, and it exposed that devil, man. All right. Yeah, brother can what that Jeremiah 49:10, brother can post that. We'll get a few more, and get out of here. Cause that was I was gonna end it with that, play about 20 minutes of it, just let it play. But like I said, I put it up there again. Like I said, it's worth to watch. I gotta finish watching it. I plan on watching all of it. Just having the information for ourselves, man. Because hey, wisdom and knowledge is gonna be stability of our time. Brother can put that too in Sirach 5:15. Yeah, man, we got the devil on the heels, man. He through. Okay. Brother can get that too. The numbers, no enchantment against Jacob. Let's get all that. We get out of here, man. Okay. All right, this your brother Corner Waff, GMS prayer, I always hope for elect, Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Yeah, he done. He's out there, man. All right, it's the Lord that's exposing this devil, man, and has this man just out, in the open. All right, and he utilizing his prophets to do it. Okay, the prophets was the Lord's secret weapon, man. All right, and that's why hey, we're spiritually, all right, consuming this man with his word. Okay, it says his seed is spoiled, and his brethren, his neighbor, and he is not. Okay, because before this man is spoiled and taken into captivity, all right, there's major exposure that was prophesied to happen, and this is the time we're in. Okay, and this man is fully exposed out here, man. All right, and he finna be done. Okay, so yeah, man, these devils, okay, they're deep, into their wickedness, their propaganda, their psyops, these enchantments that go out. They're deep into these things, man, especially this time of the year during all these wicked, satanic, holidays, man. All right, this is Brother Corner Waff, GMS prayer, always hopeful elect, Numbers 23 and 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither there any division, all right, divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what have the Most High wrought? Okay, and this is of for the elect. There's no enchantment against the elect, the hopeful elect of Israel. Okay, and the Lord, all right, is raising us up. All right, and guess what? Eventually, there's gonna be a standard lifted against this devil, man. Okay, so yeah, he gonna come with the propaganda, but we have to remember there's gonna be a standard lifted as well. Okay, and it's gonna be like, damn, what the Most High been, what he been working on with these men. What has he been doing with these men? All right, and we're in the time it's going to show. Okay, Esau hurt. All right, he's exposed, and we telling him what he's going to do, and he has to do it. All right, he can't go no alternate route. He has to do exactly what's written in the scriptures, man. Okay, but I just wanted to touch on that point, the power of propaganda, so we can understand what's to come. It was pretty soon, we're going to be the target of the propaganda. All right, but the Lord has already assured that we was going to be good. Okay, the Lord already assured, okay, it's even the time of Jacob's trouble, but ye shall be saved out of it, man, which is the hopeful elect. Okay, so yeah, I ended here, brother hopeful elect 3 with this one, 144. All right, Psalms 144 and 11. It says, rid me and deliver me from the hand of the strange children, which is Esau Edom, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood, man, which is lies and deception, man. Okay? But this man ain't gonna lie his way and deceive his way out of his judgment. Okay, and there's nothing he can do against the elect. Okay, he's done. All right. So yeah, man, we're gonna stay on our watch, man. You know, we're gonna keep putting the pressure on this nigga, man. All right, as much as possible, man. All right. Ye that mention the Lord, keep not silence, man, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Okay. And that's the mission. So Lord will, you know, you brothers and you sisters edified, you know, Lord will, y'all watch that documentary. You know, I believe it's worth, you know, an hour and 30 minutes, you know, the information that's on there, you know, and it'd be something we can reference to, you know. So when you see what the devil is doing real time, you know, we already hip to the game, man. Okay. So Lord will, you edify till next time I say Shalom. Kwame Mashallah, Bob Ball, DTA soon, Shalom.